The secret to my bronzy, glowy skin right now. Well, good morning. Sometimes when I'm getting ready for the day, all that I do, because I don't have yet a decision of what it is that I want to do, is just like the basics, like the glow, a little bit of lip, a little bit of contour and highlight, etc. I'm going to underpaint using my product. This is KJH brand Hyper Shine Highlight Kit in the light bronze shade. This is a customizable highlighter kit that comes with a serum texture in the box and a brush that allows for you to completely customize the finish of your glow. I love this color particularly because it gives this lovely almost sunset kind of glow to the face, almost like you've been on holiday, you've got a tiny little bit too much sun that day, or that you've been out in the wind and you've got a little bit of a flush. I just love it so much. It's got this like little bit of a reddish undertone, which gives it this lovely tone on the face. This one is also amazing for deeper complexions, more melanated skin. And I love to just sort of build off of this. So this is kind of my first step of a face. The more oily you are naturally, the less of the serum you will want to use, and the more dry you are, the more serum you will want to use. But that's what makes it special. I wanted to create a kit that allowed for people to completely customize how much wetness their liquid highlighter had for them. And you can use it on the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I'm going to put the Tower 28 concealer just in the areas where I didn't initially place the highlighter. So I've almost achieved two different things with that one step that I first did, which is a little bit of a glow and a little bit of a sort of bronzing effect. And now I want to balance that with a concealer shade. This is the shade CC. I think it stands for something Canyon. But I really like this concealer. It is a serum concealer. I pretty much love everything Tower 28 makes. I think they do such a good job at creating people-pleasing products. I'm switching brushes just because I like a smaller brush to get into the under eye area just there. But I love everything Tower 28 makes. And if you haven't yet tried their mascara. So by sort of separating my bronze and my glow and my sort of, highlight step, I can then use this concealer to sort of really contrast with that little bit of color that I applied from the KJH brand Hyper Shine Highlight Kit and allow to just have this lovely balanced bronzy complexion that doesn't feel too, it feels natural, but it doesn't feel like I've done too much or I'm trying too hard. So today at KJH brand HQ, aka my apartment, because we are a small business and we are working from home still, we have a product development meeting with a lab called Colmar, Kolmar. I have never actually met with Colmar before, so I'm really excited to see what their innovation is and see what their expertise are in cosmetics manufacturing. It's actually my favorite part of the job, is meeting with these labs, getting to see their innovation and then reinvigorating their innovation for a different purpose. Because as a makeup artist, I think that's my strong suit, is bringing product development and bringing a different lens to product development, because I use things for their unintended purpose all the time. And I'm not a big believer in innovation. I think innovation happens, of course, but I think a lot of the time it's a lot of the same stuff as what we're seeing. So for me, I want my innovation, KJH brand innovation, to feel like I'm flipping the narrative on products and how to use them and how they are made versus trying to invent something brand new, because I don't actually think that's super possible all the time. One thing I will say about that though, just to not sort of be like, well, yeah, it is. Of course it is. But I think more often than not, the innovation is coming from new ingredient formulas, new ingredient stories and things like that, as opposed to just like, more often than not, new innovation can just be gimmicky. For example, one time I sat at a PD panel, product development panel, where a very popular drugstore brand put in front of me a bunch of products. And they put in front of me this eyeliner on a stamp. It was almost like, I'm going to just take a piece of paper and just draw the shape. So this was the holder. This was the eyeliner thing, and the intention was to sort of take this part right there, like, and stamp it into their lash line. I'm like, that is not going to work because everybody's eyelid is a different shape. So I was like, why not just like go back into the archives and bring back products that, maybe were really iconic in the 80s, or, bring back gorgeous formulas or colors that were, special at another time, that are probably in the archives that you've done and just forgot about because maybe trends changed. I don't know. Anyway, there's so many different reasons why products are made, and I just always want to bring things that are problem solving, or at least encourage someone to play, because for me, when you play with makeup, it's when you actually learn how to do makeup. Just creating really beautiful versions of textures that exist and trying to not go with trend. So just to sort of set the face in the T-zone, I'm taking a little bit of my favorite Simi Haze powder. I have hit pan, as you can see, and I'm just going to powder there, and I'm going to crack on with some other content. I like to try and get as much content done in one day if I can, and the best way for me to do that is to just build on the look and capture different parts of a look throughout the process of the look. Sometimes I of course do a look from start to finish, but I like this sort of, if I'm trying to sort of make the most out of myself and my time, I'll sort of stop and start and just show you different parts of a video or of a look, and just add to it, because my mind works when I think, what do I take for granted as a snippet of information? What do I think that everybody knows? But then if I take a second to think, does everybody know that? And then that's when the sort of aha moment comes for me, and hopefully I therefore create a helpful, useful piece of content for you. Okay, see you later.